welcome to Stitches and Sundries. My name is Lauren, and this is a podcast about cross stitch and stitchy goodness, and I'm tired. I'm very tired, but I have a lot of stitching to show you, so hopefully that makes up for it. Today is my birthday, and I planned to record over the past week, and it just like kept not happening, and I was finally like, I'm doing it today after work. It's just gonna happen. So you're getting me at the end of the day, but my hair's looking shaggy too. But I'm so ready to show you all the things I've been working on. And a little bit of haul and a little bit of fail, and we'll kind of see how it goes. Oh, my name's Lauren. You can find me on Instagram at Lauren Up Stitching, where I post finishes sometimes when I remember to. Yeah. Okay, that scene's over. Let's get to cross stitch. Get to it. I'm gonna move this. Hang on. I have plans. Excuse me. I'm just gonna pull my bag up here so I can dig through it the way I did previously, because that worked out nicely. All right. Like I said, so I think it's been like a month since I last posted, and I've been finishing some things. I have a fully finished object, and yeah, lots of whips. So I'll tell you about my fail later, I promise. We did just get back from for my birthday. We took off, and my sister wanted to go to Salem. So we just got back from a Salem trip, which is why I'm so tired, because we drove 10 hours up to Boston, did a little bit of Salem, a little bit of Boston, did some historical stuff, did some shopping. It was just a very lovely time, but it was kind of tiring. And then we just kind of like got back and we're still running. So I am ready for a nap or 10. Oh, I did get one, I don't have it down here. I did get one little bit of stitchy haul in Salem. There's this awesome shop we found a little off the beaten path, and they had writing supplies, but they had really beautiful scissors, and I picked up a pair of scissors as like my little stitchy gift to myself. But I'll show them next time if I remember. I'm really bad about haul. So this is my fully finished object. So I finished this piece, Victorian Funerary Urn by Night Spirit Studio, in this little frame that I just had, that my sister painted it, and then I had these little stickers. You can see it in person. The light is catching to show the like vinyl. In person it's not that noticeable, so it's pretty nice blend in. But I think it's a very cute little spring finish. Very simple, but it turned out really, really good. And I love the colors. My sister painted this frame and she got the color perfect. She is an expert color matcher. So this will probably end up on my wall until springtime, when I'll pull it. You'll see this wall constantly kind of moving around a couple pieces. These two, this one and this one, were stitched by my mom, and so they're very sentimental, so they stay down here. But you'll see other pieces like move in and out, and it's because I'm putting up seasonal decor, and I have to like fill in the holes as stuff comes up and down. So hopefully you get to see something new every once in a while, be kind of moved in there. I have 3 more finishes that are not fully finished yet. So, I'll go over this. All right, so this was actually I had fully finished it, or I had finished it last time in the last episode, and I forgot to bring it down. Don't know how, I just completely forgot it. Brought other finishes down. This is Spooky Shells by the Steady Thread. I love it so much. I should iron it, but I love it so much. Let me just give you a little bit of a close-up. I just can't believe how cute this turned out. The raven, the poison bottle, like it is so good. And originally, I think, did I do it? I did. So originally I thought, because the clock is pointing to 25 technically, like the hour is 20:25. But I did manage to get my initials in on the bottom of that book as well. So I think that is a fantastic finish. I love it so much. And just for people who are interested in black work and love, the Steady Thread is like these like epic black work pieces, like very cool. They just put out their 2025. This was their 2024 Halloween style. This is their 2025. And you can't tell me that's not just amazing. It's definitely on my list to do. I really enjoyed doing black work. It was a different kind of skill and fun, but I really, really enjoyed it. So I will be keeping a black work project like on the books going forward. And the Steady Thread, highly recommend. Patterns are super easy to read, very easy to work with. Fantastic. Get in there. Boop. One done. All right. My next finish was a little small that I had started last time. This is, and I need to iron it. Now I'm a little worried how I'm going to because there's beads in it. This is Spring Spirit by Sprouting Lupine. And it turned out so good. It turned out so good. The beads are so pretty. Let me get it a little closer so you can see the beading and the shimmeriness. See those little shimmery beads. I think last time I was nearly done. I just needed to add the beads and I had to like get a hold of the beads. Luckily, my local quilt shop carries Mill Hill. So it is so pretty. I have to think of a way to finish it. I am thinking maybe like something oval. I don't know. Something a little different. Maybe I'll look for something that's not just a plain old frame. But I love a plain old frame. I have a big collection of them. I just bought a couple more not too long ago. And, oh, I think I told you all that my sister, for my birthday, she gave it to me a little while ago, but for my birthday got me a bracket gun. Is that what it's called? Basically, it lets you put the little tabby things that are on the back of frames. It lets you put those in. So you can buy the most god-awful, busted-up frames and not worry about the back. Or the most beautiful frames and not have to worry about the back because you can make it fit anything. And it's amazing. Link below. It's amazing. If you're a person that finishes things a lot, it is already revolutionized what I think is available, what resources I think are available to me. All right, my next finish is, oh shoot, I don't have my book. Who's this by? This one's relatively new. I'll have to put it up. I can't remember who this is by. Oh my gosh. This is Take This by this person somewhere on the screen. I can see their logo. Don't know why it's eluding me so bad. But anyway, I finished this on 14 count Taupe Stone, Aida, and it is so beautiful. I love it to death. I'm going to get this finished up, and it is probably going to go in this room, but it might go out there in our game room. I just love the like epicness of it while also having all the video game references. Like, it is very cool. Oh, I forgot my notebook. I forgot a lot of stuff this time. This is what happens when I do it in the evening. I have new pages to show you. I guess I'll have to show them next time. I'm blanking. And it's driving me crazy. I'll have it on the screen and linked below. All right. Those are all my finishes. Let's do a little bit of haul just to break it up so it's not all at the end. My sister, lovely woman that she is, got me some fabric. And a little bit of fabric, sorry for the crinklies, a little bit of fabric that I am planning to do a new start on soon. So, all right, so I'll show you this one first. So this is, let's see if you can see it here. This is 14 count printed opalescent Aida from XStitch for Fun on Etsy. I think this is the color Pewter Smoke. And it's kind of showing up a little bit. Hang on, let me get it out of the plastic. Sorry for the crinkles. I have an upcoming winter stitch that I wanted really specific fabric for. And I looked and I looked and I looked and finally found it. And there you can see this, the smokiness. Just enough variegation, but it still looks like a starry night sky. So I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do this on because it's actually something that a pattern that I'm creating. So when it comes time to start, I'll show it to you. But I got this in the mail and it's just so beautiful. It is printed. So there are like special care instructions for printed fabric. But my good friend Devin used a printed opalescent one time and they printed the sparkle on. And so as soon as she washed it, all the sparkle went, or just handled it a lot, all the sparkle went away. And so I quadruple checked and this is in the weave of the fabric. And it is beautiful fabric. So that is going to be perfect. The piece I'm doing is, I want to end up like 8 by 10, but it's kind of a small piece. So this fabric should be perfect. And I want to put it back in here because it's so pretty and I want to protect it. Let me protect you. I'll do that later. Daggone it. All right. Okay. So the next was, sorry, I have an itchy nose. My sister got me, my awesome sister Sarah, got me one of, I'll put it up here, and if they're still available, I'll link them below. Bestitch Me did Halloween fabric packs. And it was like vintage, they had like different themes, like vintage Halloween, neutrals, yellows and oranges, you know, like different themes of this 4-pack. And she did neutrals, which I very much appreciate. I have some very bright fabric I'm struggling to find uses for. I'm trying to get myself out of the box, but it is hard to use for me to use bright fabric. I also think it's because I don't see color super well, so everything seems either like really vibrant or like clashes all the time. Like I think everything clashes. But these are the 4 in my 4-pack. So these are all 28 count Lugana. This is Frankenstein. And it is a beautiful neutral gray brown with some lovely fractaling. My sister says it runs a little purple, which I can't see at all, but I assume she's right. It runs a little like purple pink. I think it might, I don't see it at all, but maybe it's the lighting too. Anyway, that I can see 100 things on that. That is just a lovely piece. And it's a 1/4 yard. So, I mean, that's a good size piece for all kinds of projects. The next one is Spooky. Spooky. And it's a very like blue, gray, stony, gargoyle-y. I just think it's beautiful. I think her fabrics are just stunning. I like how they're not evenly it's any fabric where they're dyeing in this variety. It's like it's every piece is different, but I like that there are these big swaths where there aren't tons of the fractaling. So very beautiful. I'll leave my favorite to last. Next one is Mummy. This one is very sandstone. Mummy is the perfect word for it. It's old parchment. It's just lovely. I hope you're getting a good. So my sister obviously knows that I love Be Stitch Me fabrics. You would probably know that if you've seen my unboxings. I've done several unboxings from them. They're just very high quality fabric, and then her dyes are beautiful. Another one that I also love is Volcano Stitching. Is a new one I found not too long ago, and beautiful fabrics, high quality. The dyes really, and also very stable dyes. Like I've never had a run problem. I don't wash everything super aggressively, but they're beautiful. And the last one is my favorite, Boneyard. This, it's not picking up. It's picking up, but it's just not as epic as it feels in person. In person, this feels epic to unfold. It's so pretty. It's like that like teal, blue, gray color. It's one of my favorite colors. It's very sumptuous. So obviously I need to stitch so much more. I need to stitch all this stuff for all my new fabric. Poor me. So that's my little bit of haul. I told my friend Devin not too long ago, she's my crafty partner. We are, did she just fall and break her foot on a dog bone? Yes. But is she my partner in all things? Yes. Back in the day when I crocheted and she knit, and she would have a yarn hoard, and I was like, why would you buy yarn if you don't have a plan for it right then? Like, if you aren't already planning a project for it, like you don't know how much you need, you don't know what colors are going to go together. It turns out yarn just wasn't my craft the way cross stitches, because my fabric hoard is, when I die, someone's going to be really happy, because there's no way I can stitch all of it. All right. Whips. Okay. This one is Mushrooms and Toadstools by Forest Embroidery. And I've made a little bit of progress on this. This is the one I took to Salem and stitched in the hotel room. Not the most comfortable stitching spot. Excuse me. I'll have put where I was. Here's where I'm at. I'm just going to show the bottom for... So I have gotten the entire bottom border done. That's kind of all I achieved up there. It was I was struggling with lighting, but I'm starting to come down. Whoop, starting to come down the side here. So I'm like almost 85% done this. So this, I think I can get finished this year. I'm very pleased with that. I'll show the whole thing just for fun. In case you're new here. In case you're new, if you're new here, oh my gosh, welcome. If you're the same old people, I love you too. There's the whole darn thing. It's so long and it's so pretty and the colors are amazing. I wish they weren't a Russian store, but such is so. Also, they're exactly my style, like a little folky, but with a modern twist. That's like, I love that style. They're so beautiful. All right, next whip. This is Plants and Petrichor by Fine Frog Stitching. I am loving this stitch. It is more confetti than you would expect, but it is so pretty. It is so comforting to stitch on. It really does put you in the mood of rainy days. And I think I've made a lot of progress on this. I can't remember where I left off. Editing Lauren is the only one that knows these things. So this is where I'm at though. So I've gotten all the shelving on this side. I got the window completely done. And I'm almost done the bench. I got a cat. And I just have a cat butt. After I got this cat butt started, getting the light. After I got that cat butt started, and I might still do this. My sister's cat, Beast, is pure white. And I was thinking, you know, the white would really stand out more if I did like the lightest gray, just to keep it not stark snow white. So I might unpick that and do a white cat just for Sarah. I'm also started over here. The window is completely done. The window, I love this fabric I've chosen, but I do think that the gray of the day gets a little lost, but I think that's okay. I think it still has the right vibe. And the rain, you can see the rain in the window and everything. I think it's okay. I love it. This is just such a lovely stitch. It's such a lovely, thought out piece about what this day would look like and what this house looks like with all its eclectic little bits. Like these two photos are of the same place, just one in sunrise and one at night. And you can tell that when you're stitching, like it's very thoughtful. It is a lovely piece. The slouchiness of that green pillow down there is just perfectly slouched. It is a fun stitch. And I really enjoy it on this fabric. This is 28 count Gothic by Picture This Plus. And this is one of the first pieces I bought for stash, and I finally have a piece that fits with it. And so that makes me very happy. I'm just going to keep pulling. What's in this? Oh, okay. This is A Spooky Night Sal by Tiny Modernist. I'll put out the latest version that's out there. I'm finishing this instead of as the singular piece. I'm finishing it as little individual blocks to do as pillows, because I'm into a little pillow lately. And so here's where I'm at. So I think last time I had the haunted house started. So the haunted house is finished. And then I made kind of a dumb mistake and I went down and did these pumpkins. And that threw off my count over I should have gone back, and I'll know for next time, I go back to the edge and stitch over. So I got the entire bit of those tall pumpkins, and then I started on the man-eating plant. And so the way I'm going to handle this is actually, these pumpkins might not be their own pillow. I need to, let me show you my amount of fabric I have. So I think I have plenty of fabric to kind of play around. Some of the pieces, I'll put the piece back up here. Some of the pieces have L shapes. They're like not going to make a pillow neatly. And so I'm going to go in and take elements from other squares to keep it cohesive and like fill them out to be a full rectangle. So I'm thinking about putting these pumpkins in with the skeleton in the corner. Like like they're filling out that section. And I think they fit. I'm going to double check, but I think they fit. So this might just be an extra, or I might finish it as a little tiny pillow, but it's pretty darn small to be a pillow. The witch is much more substantial. The man-eating plant is much more substantial. So of the like long skinnies, this was the smallest one, and I think I'm just going to absorb it. And if I need the fabric, I can always unpick it and put, you know, I've got plenty of room there. I'm also going to, let me think here. There's the cat with the grave, with the headstone. I think that can just be slightly moved and stretched and be fine. There's the books with the skull. I think I'm just going to add a little bit of this flower in to fill that out. What's the other ones? Oh, the bottles. I think I'm going to add another little bottle in, so it looks like a stack of bottles. I don't know what I'm going to fill it with yet, but I will come up with something, maybe a moon and stars or something like that. The little crows are the one thing that I'm like, I don't know what to do with those little crows. Like, they're so cute and I want them in here, but I just don't know where I'm going to fit them. But I might fit them in with the spooky at the top. I might do the mushroom spooky and then a crow on the end. And that will bulk that one out a little bit because it's also a little small. It's pretty chunky. It's pretty fat. It's about this size, but horizontal. The moth is also beautiful. I just love this piece. I love the colors. I love it so much. I am stitching this on 28 count Murky by Atomic Ranch, I think. Is this Murky? Marsh by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And I think it highlights the colors super well. There's the greens on it, which I think are just so pretty. Yeah. Who knew how lost I was without my book? I put everything in my book. Can you tell I've been like stitching up a storm? I've got 2 more whips and then sort of 2 new starts. This next one is Goblin Market by Patricia Andrle. It is so gosh darn cute. And I did a good amount on some border stitching on this one. This one is turning out so cute. All right. Per usual, I forgot to cover my full government name. I don't know why I stitched that. I am regretting that every time I show this. So anyway, here's where I'm at. And now I've put some tape over it. And you can probably find, the thing is, it feels like I'm trying to be somewhat polite, but I feel like you can find that pretty darn easily. But I'll try. I'll do my best. Some people won't yell at me. Like my aunt. So I stitched the entire bottom border. I got the post of the tent done. I got the heron stitched in, back stitched in. Over here I got the cornerstone, the oh, what's that called? Yeah, I guess it is called the cornerstone, the where you put the date on something, on a building, stitched in and worked up my way up there. I also got, if you can see in the background, a chunk of the Goblin chorus stitched in. And they're so cute. I love that they're showing up a little more than the guys that are super close. They're much more visible now. And a little bit of the scale. So, I am a little worried because of the Goblin chorus guys that the spider web might not show up too much. But if it starts not showing up, I'll put a little silver filament or pearl filament in to make it shiny. And that'll be a cute idea. I might do that anyway. I'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'm making huge progress on this. I think I'm about 50% done. That it's not including the back stitch because Pattern Keeper doesn't read that very well, but I think I'm about, I would say 35 to 40% done in actuality. Love this stitch. It's a very calming stitch. It is very, it is not confetti. It is, colors are where you'd think they'd be. It's just a very nice stitch. I'm stitching this on 18 count mint by, I think, Atomic Ranch fabrics as well. I'll always list the, I don't have my book, so don't trust me actually. I'll always list the fabrics and everything and where I got the pattern from down below. Trust that more than my mouth because I just yammer. I do my best, but you never know. All right, last whip. This is Persephone's Garden by Jed XStitch. Jessica DeSouza, I think. And I love this so much. It's so beautiful. Bum, bum, bum. Big progress. Big progress. So I think I was up in the tree a little bit. Or no, I think I just had like the trunk done. So I am fully up in the tree. Those fruits look amazing. They look so juicy on this blue. I am surprised at how well the blue leaves are showing up. It shows up really well in person. It's showing up pretty good in the light, but in person they pop really well off this denim-ish blue. I am up into the leaves. I have almost all the specialty stitches done down here. There's just these two little ones that I need to put the centers in. And yeah. I was originally, and it's showing up on camera, and I'm learning that camera is a little closer to like how other people's eyes perceive them. There are two reds in these fruits, and I struggle to tell them apart. But on here, I can really see that there is a difference. I can really see the difference. So hopefully they're pretty visible. This has been super fun to stitch on. I love her use of color as much as I can appreciate it. And yeah. Oh, one sad thing, and if I had my book, I'd show you. I made the page to my book, and I was waiting because I needed, I looked everywhere. It's like I have to have something that has a tree with branches big enough to like be branching into the page. And I just truly did not. I was like really surprised. So I ordered some stickers off of Etsy, and I was like, okay, these look really good. These like tree branch stickers. And the woman messaged me and was like, oh, I'm like away, but I don't put my shop in like the shop is taking a break mode. So I'm not going to ship this until like late August, early September. And I ordered this in like July. No, I started this in May, so it might even have been June. And I was like, okay. She's like, well, I'll give you a discount. And I was like, okay. So I waited and waited and waited and got these tree branch stickers, which are nice. They're not worth that weight, but they're nice. And then I freaking glued my pomegranates, my awesome pomegranates that I found, upside down. Because I didn't know that pomegranates grew like this. I thought that's where the stem was. I have indeed held a real pomegranate, just like not often, where I'm like examining it. And usually like, but I didn't realize their little like floret bit, and it makes sense. As soon as I saw it, it made perfect sense. But I thought that was where the stem was. And so they're all upside down. And I tried to get them off. They won't come off. I'm too good a gluer. But now I'll never forget how a pomegranate grows. All right. So now let's talk about a little failure. Yeah. So my ex-boss, he's not my boss anymore, but he is still with our company, is retiring at the end of this year. And he's always liked cross stitch. And I told him, I'll cross stitch you something as a retirement gift. And he was like, I would love that. So I sent him a couple options. And he came back and was like, he has Dalmatians. He and his husband have Dalmatians. And he was like, I would really like a Dalmatian stitch. I was like, okay. And so I sent him a couple options. And he comes back and he's like, you know what? I would really like this one. And I don't remember who it's from because of the reasons I'll show you. But this stitch, I would really like this. And I thought, wow, that's a really small, simple stitch. But sure, if that's the one you'd like, absolutely. And I'll do it 3 dogs and I do their names underneath it. He has 3 dogs, or well, had 3 dogs. So that's what I was going to stitch for him. So I get everything ready and I'm like, okay. And I picked my fabric, which is this very pretty glass green. And I thought the Dalmatians would stand out really well on it. And the brown and the black are their spots. And I get started stitching. Y'all, that is the size of the dogs. That is not quite nose to tail, but pretty darn close. They are the size of a postage stamp. When we were measuring out fabric, it never occurred to me that they would have to be that small for me to have, you know, a 2-inch board. Like, it just didn't even occur to me. But that is how small they are. So that's too small. This is 28 count, so I'm stitching it like 14. I could get a little bigger, but not much bigger. So I have to find something else. And what I think I'm going to do is, as you can see, it's a very simple pattern. I think I am just going to try and bulk them up to be a good-ish size. I think I'm going to try and using reference, and I've played around with pattern making before. I think I'm going to make a pattern that gives him his 3 Dalmatians without them being teeny tiny. So that was a whole evening of me being like, am I doing something wrong? Nope. And when I pulled the pattern in, it just never occurred to me that you would make something that big. Like, what's even the point? That, I guess, for a very small frame you're trying to fit. I don't know. Like, the simplicity of the design definitely means something to me now. So that was my attempt. That was my failed start. So I got that on my plate. I got to figure that out. So my other new start is an actual new start. This is a new blackwork since I finished the Steady Threads 2024 Halloween sal. I wanted another blackwork pattern, and so I have chosen one. This is Victorian Lamp by Urban Stitches. And you got to check this out. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. This is 32 count Timeless by Bestitch Me, my favorite dyer. This was from a mystery box, but I never would have thought to put this on here. My sister picked putting it on here, and she couldn't have picked better. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It makes the fieriness of the lamp and the rustiness really stand out. I'm more than halfway done this. I'm really like, just like it's a very small piece. It's a very small piece, but it is so gosh darn pretty. So I have one more lantern on the other side and a little bit more of the lamp post down below. I do wish I'd started a little further over. You can see where I like tried to do a corner start, and it wasn't the type of thing to do a corner start on. I do wish I'd started a little further over so that I didn't waste so much fabric, but it's going to be gorgeous. Yeah. Once again, Urban Stitches is a queen of blackwork. This is from her Patreon, about 6 or 8 months ago. I had several others of her smalls, like Victorian Gates and things like that. She has an excellent collection of blackwork. So check her out if you're looking to get into blackwork. Like I said, she's got a lot of little smalls that are really fun. And I definitely have more of her stuff in my to be stitched list, which is miles long. But anyway, so that's what I have. So I have finishes, whips, and a little fail. I hope you enjoyed kind of seeing what I've been up to. It's getting to be fall, and while I should probably be starting some Christmas stitching, I am still in the spooky stitching. I will show you. I'm about to start this one probably tonight for my birthday. This is Magic Forest by Nathnolu. Nathnolu. I can't tell if it's 2 words. I want to say it is 2 words. And I love the colors. Those greens and olives and stuff are like, and teals are like my jam. Tell if what I'm wearing. So yeah, so that might be my birthday start. But we'll see. We'll see what I get into tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, catching up with me, seeing what I've been up to. I list down below if you're still doing spooky stitching or if you started Christmas. Would love to hear from you. I'm supposed to say like, share, and subscribe or something like that. But, and there's another video. You can see where I was in the past. I don't know why I've always wondered, like, that's hard. If you start in the back and catch up, it makes sense. But to start in the front and then go backwards, it's a lot harder to figure out what's going on. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful month. I hope you have a wonderful spooky season. I hope you are all just keep on keeping on out there. Have a great day, month, whatever. Bye. Bye. I need to go to sleep.